In your own words, explain why the moral law is undeniable. Yes.
Because we see and feel something's wrong. That's like what the moral law says.
Can you say that just a little louder for me, please?
Because we see and feel something's wrong.
We see. I'm having trouble understanding what you're saying.
Because we see and feel when something's wrong.
We see and feel when something is wrong. Okay, yeah. But do we have more than just our feelings on this? Yes. Yeah, we do have values. Yes.
The existence of absolute truths also goes along with the existence of a moral law because we have absolute truth and moral law. We know that there are for sure absolute truths that are undeniable in this world.
Right, and everybody knows that. They don't always, and we've talked about this, but they don't always. They even if they say they don't believe that there's such a thing as absolute truth, when someone does something wrong to them, they understand it's wrong. So it doesn't. Even those who claim that there are no rights protest when their rights are denied. Right. Even those who claim that there is no absolute, there are no absolutes, value their right to claim that absolutely. In other words, they are saying it as an absolute right. There are no absolute rights, right? Um, yeah, there's that's they believe that's absolutely true. So they can't say they don't believe in absolute truths because there are no absolute truths is an absolute truth. Uh, and when their rights are denied, they protest. So both reasons. In your own words, explain why our reactions help us discover the moral law. We just did that? I thought we did 7 years.
Oh.
We did 7, yeah. What do we do when we're treated unjustly? Say, oh, okay, I don't mind. Yeah, you can give me an F even though I got an A. What do?
Angry.
We get angry. We protest, right? As we should. When we are treated unjustly, we protest, and so it shows that they really do believe and really do understand that there is such a thing as justice and rightness, as well as things that are wrong as well. So the moral laws are always evident, not so much in our actions, but by our reactions. We can tell what they believe. I'm gonna big atheist book here for a second. Reactions even help us identify right and wrong as a nation. When Muslim terrorists flew our planes into our buildings with our innocent loved ones in them, our emotional reaction fit the immensity of the crime. Our reaction reinforced the truth that the act was absolutely wrong. Some may say, but bin Laden and his fellow criminals thought the act was morally right. That's partially because they were not on the receiving end of the crime. How do you think Bin Laden would have reacted if we had flown his planes into his buildings with his innocent loved ones in them? He would have known immediately that such an act was undeniably wrong. So even those who claim there is no absolute truth are traffic in absolutes themselves. Number 9. If you, in your own words, explain why there would be no human rights without the moral law. Yes. John.
We can't objectively know that a person is being treated wrong without knowing what right is.
In order to understand what's wrong, we need to know what's right. So a person or a country has to believe in such rights, that such rights exist, before they can be enacted, or much less codified. We'll pick up here in